Hi everyone, it's Amber from The Sensible Mama. Today I have a really cool comparison I want to do for you, and this one has actually been pretty highly requested. I've gotten a lot of requests to compare the Jujube Mini Helix with the Planetwise Crossbody, and I can completely understand why you guys want to see that comparison because these two bags are actually very similar, but they have a few key differences that you may want to know before you choose which one would be best for you. So today we're going to go through the pros and cons of both of these bags. I'm going to start first with the Planetwise Crossbody because it is the bigger of the two bags. I've got this packed up the way that I would carry this for myself if I'm going out on a little trip without my kids, and what we're going to do is unpack it, show you all the features of it, and then move that into the Jujube Mini Helix. Now, I have not tried to move this over into the Mini Helix yet because I didn't want to bias myself or contrive what I packed in here to influence whether or not it would fit in the Mini Helix. I just wanted to put things in here that I would typically want to carry with me, and then we'll see together how much of that stuff will fit into the Jujube Mini Helix. For reference, this is the Jujube Mini Helix. It is quite a bit smaller than the Planetwise Crossbody, and I will show you these two side by side in just a moment. I see pros and cons in both of these bags, and you may prefer a smaller bag over a bigger one. It's really going to come down to your packing style and what works best for you. So the goal of this video today is to answer those questions for you so that hopefully by the end of this video, you know which of these two would be best for you. So with that said, let's go ahead and dive right into the video. Okay, I went ahead and popped on an ND filter on my lens so that things weren't so washed out. You couldn't even see the colors in this bag. So let's go ahead and get right into it. One of the first things that I want to talk about is what do these two bags have in common? First of all, they both have a zippered front pocket. They both have a zippered opening that goes across the top and looks like this. Here's the Mini Helix for comparison. And they both come with D-rings and an included messenger strap, as you can see here. They both have a little bit of internal organization, which I'll show you in a minute, but overall, those are basically the things that they have in common. Now let's talk about the things that they have different. First of all, the Mini Helix comes with sort of a protruding front pocket, which does make it quite a bit more versatile in my opinion in terms of what you can fit in the front pocket, and it also has a zip pocket here on the front. Comparing that to the Crossbody, which only has this one zipper pocket in the front, and this does not bump out at all. It is flush with the bag, which does limit what you're able to fit in there without eating into your space on the inside of the bag. The Mini Helix also comes with a slip pocket on the back, which is one of my favorite places to put my phone while I'm out and about, and the Crossbody does not. At its shortest setting, the Planetwise Crossbody sits about right here. I am 5'5", and on the shortest setting, this fits right about where I would comfortably like a purse to go. It can most definitely not go crossbody on someone like me on the shortest setting, but at its longest setting, it fits right about where I would like a crossbody bag to go. Now, I have some concerns about this for the taller mamas. Again, I am only 5'5", and I need this on pretty much the longest setting in order to feel comfortable with where it sits. So if you're taller than 5'5", and if you're on the bustier side, you may have a little bit of trouble getting this to fit the way that you want it. I could be wrong. I've not seen this on some of the taller mamas in our community, but I just have a suspicion that if I need this on the longest setting, someone taller than me might not find this to be as comfortable. Here it is on the longest setting over the shoulder. And for a longer look over the shoulder, if I put this at about the medium most setting, it sits on my hip level. Here is the Jujube Mini Helix at the shortest setting over the shoulder, which looks like a pretty nice spot for that. I can reach for this really, really easily just by tucking my hand in and reach into this side pocket as well. And let's expand this all the way to the longest setting. And that still fits pretty similarly to where the Planetwise Crossbody sat. As a point of comparison for the taller mamas, here is the Planetwise Crossbody and the Mini Helix sitting on me. So they're pretty equivalent actually in terms of length on the longest setting. Now there is one added benefit to the Jujube Mini Helix that I absolutely love, and this is that you can remove these straps so you can make this into a cute little fanny pack. I'll admit I don't often grab for fanny packs. They're just not super my style. But I do rather enjoy this look when I just need to be hands-free but want to quickly be able to grab for my things. I wear about a 5'6" jean, probably like a 27-ish inch waist, and I have this on almost the smallest setting. So here's where that buckle is, and here's the end of it. So that's wrapped all the way around. That gives you a whole lot of room to play with. As an example, let me expand this back out. So here it is on the largest setting, which gives you a whole lot of space to play with to wear this as a fanny pack. I think the only people who would struggle with this is if you're very petite. Again, I wear a size 5, size 6, and I have to wear this almost on the smallest buckle placement in order to make it fit me. But I just think that's a super fun hack, and it actually looks really cute there on your hip. So let's go ahead and talk about what I have in here and then show you how much of this will transfer over to the mini Helix. I'm not sure if I pointed this out before, but these straps on the Planetwise crossbody are not removable, which means that going fanny pack style is not going to be an option on this one. Now, I love how this packs up. It just seems to hold just the right amount of stuff for when I'm going out by myself. So in this front zip pocket, I have my phone charger. I'm on my phone a lot for work, which means I always need to have a phone bank with me. So I have a little cord and the phone charger sitting right in there. Again, you're not gonna fit a lot in here, particularly if you've maxed out your space on the inside, because once the inside is really full, you have really, really limited how much space you have in here. So I kind of deliberately packed up the interior of this bag such that I knew I could fit that battery pack in the front here, but it's just something to note that since this doesn't bump out, you really are gonna run out of space as you fill up the inside of this bag. Moving on to the inside, one of my favorite hacks when I'm carrying a small bag is to put a yay bag inside of it. This is something that we carry at the Sensible Mama. We onboarded this brand a couple of months ago, and check this out. This is a bag. It comes in 2 sizes, original and jumbo. I kind of tend to grab for original the most because it's still pretty big. Here it is, pretty similar in size to like a Jujube Be Light, but you see how small that rolls up into a little small size pouch there. It has an elastic on one of the sides right here so that when you roll this up, it actually stays rolled up. So I like having one of these with me when I am carrying a really minimal bag like this one, because sometimes I just end up needing a place for other things, and I can always sort of carry this one with me, carry it over the shoulder, or do whatever makes sense. Sitting right underneath that, I just have a couple things that I always want to have with me while I'm out. I have my cell phone, which is an iPhone 11 Pro, hand sanitizer, and my Lumia brand wallet. So this is actually a pretty long wallet. It is long enough to hold an iPhone. It at least fits my iPhone 11 Pro. It's long enough to hold a dollar bill spread all the way out. So I think it's very impressive that this does fit inside of here. And I think we have a pretty standard size wallet here at Lumia brand. So I'm pretty sure that whatever wallet you may be carrying is likely going to fit in there. Now, that was all that I had in the main compartment, mostly because I did want to have space to put that power bank here in the front. But what's kind of cool is that we do have a little zipper pocket back here behind everything. And in there, I'm just carrying my Suns Out, Buns Out Messy Bun kit. And I also have a pen in there. And lastly, down in that zipper pocket, I have my iPod Pros. I don't love those being in there. I tend to want to grab for those a little bit more frequently, and when they're tucked all the way down in the bottom there, they're just a little bit harder to get to. I guess I could stick them here in the front, but they do cause a pretty big bulge, which I just don't love. So it just kind of made sense to me to put it back here, because I would rather it be pretty and slightly less functional than totally functional and have a huge bulge there. But the mini Helix does offer a really nice solution for this, so let's go ahead and pack all this stuff up into the mini Helix. I wish this day would decide if it's gonna stay sunny or not, so I can stop popping this filter on and off of my camera. Okay, so what I was talking about regarding the AirPods is that the mini Helix does have this really nice popped out front pocket so that you do have a little bit more room to play with. Plus, it has a little mesh divider inside of here, which happens to be just the perfect place for my AirPods. So I'm gonna put those in there. Let's see if I can get my hand sanitizer in there too. No, not gonna fit there, not gonna fit there. Okay, maybe this? Let's see if I can get that zipped. That is not going to zip, at least not in a way that feels good, so I'm gonna take that out as well. Maybe I can get the yay bag in there. Once you get the AirPods in, it's sort of a little bit more challenging to fit other stuff. Technically the yay bag would fit if I wanted to kind of mash it in there, but I guess we're sort of seeing a little bit of the downside of this front pocket is that once you put something like AirPods in there, you may not be able to fit too much else. However, if I wanted to just put my messy bun kit, or if I wanted to take the bobby pins and elastics out of this, they would certainly fit in here. I can zip this up just fine if that's the only thing that I have in there. So I'm gonna put the AirPods back in there because I do kind of like having those there. I think I could also fit my the cord to my power bank in there, which is pretty nice. So yeah, if I needed to charge up my AirPods, I would at least have that in there as well. I do have this little front pocket to work with, which is pretty similar to the crossbody bag in that it does not bump out at all. So you're kind of limited on space. Can we fit a pen in there? Yes, a pen will fit in that front pocket. So I'm gonna keep my pen in there. And let's see, I can also fit my hair ties. I'm gonna go ahead and guess this is not going to fit. No. So Limea brand wallet definitely does not fit in there, at least not where it can zip. Let me for now, just for the sake of getting everything in here. Okay, that does fit in the back slip pocket. So if you were okay with wearing this over the shoulder with your wallet sticking out of the back, you could probably get away with that. But in doing those two things, I have basically completely eliminated the space on the inside of the bag. There's almost no room in there. So I'm gonna pull out this messy bun hair kit and try something else. Maybe this will go in there? No. Power bank is also too tall to go in that section. I do have a little mesh pocket on the inside here to play with, so let me try putting my power bank in there. Okay, I can get the power bank inside of that mesh pocket, which is pretty nice. And then I guess I can get my hand sanitizer, ooh, tight fit, my yay bag, and will my hair ties fit? Okay, pulling the yay bag out, putting my hair ties in. We're having to Tetris this a little bit. Oh, that's actually, okay, that's kind of nice. So look, I have my power bank here in the mesh. I have the hair tie kit down in the bottom. Now, if I were actually packing this, I would have just taken out the elastics and the bobby pins out of that case by now. But for science, we're trying to see how things fit verbatim from one to the other. Is verbatim the right term? We're trying to compare apples to apples here, so I'm gonna leave that in there. Please don't come for me in the comments about how I could just take that out. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the yay bag in here right on top, and now it's all in. Is it pretty? Not with the wallet sticking out of the top. However, I did get everything, right? Everything in. This would definitely be a lot more enjoyable to carry if I pull my wallet out. So a good solution would be if you have like a Jujube Be Charged or something that you could actually slip here in the front pocket or in the back slip pocket. So I was able to get everything in there except for my wallet, but as you could kind of see, I had to do a little bit of Tetris to get everything in there. I do aesthetically prefer the look of the mini Helix over the Planetwise crossbody. I just feel it has an edgier look to it. I feel more grown up carrying it. Even in the grown up prints from Planetwise, I just feel like it's a little bit bigger than what I like aesthetically, and it just doesn't feel like a grown up bag to me as much as the Jujube mini Helix does. That said, I think that the Planetwise crossbody is more enjoyable to carry because you can fit more in it. It seems to make sense for the things that a woman, like a grown woman, would be carrying, like a phone and a wallet and things like that. So I would say if you're going purely off of functionality, you may prefer the Planetwise bag. If you're going for more of a look, I think that you might prefer the Jujube mini Helix. Alright guys, so that is it for today's video. I hope you found it helpful and that it helped you understand which one of these two bags might be the best for you. If you decide you want to purchase one, we would so appreciate your business at thesensiblемama.com, but no pressure. These videos are really just geared towards helping you know how to best spend your money. Love ya, mean it always, mwah, and we'll see you in the next one.